Hello folks, so today I am out. I'm going to do a camp in a forest. It's a wee location I've come that I noticed not many people sort of venture, so yeah, I'm going to pitch up the tent and do a camp here, but it's also going to be a little project. I'm also looking to build a little log hut. If you've watched a few of my videos already, I've probably mentioned it a few times. So yeah, I'm going to build a little log hut, and I'm thinking this is the spot. Just hope nobody comes and wrecks it and stuff like that, but yeah, it's probably the wee spot that I've been thinking about, and it might be good. So for that reason, I'm not going to give the location, so sorry. But yes, I'm going to be camping here in my tent first, because this little project is going to take quite some time between just living life and hiking, camping, other places, doing county high points. So it is going to be probably a long project, but I will have a helper, and that helper will be arriving later on, so yeah, you'll see who my helper is. But yeah, I think I've found the wee location. Probably not the best one that I thought it was, but I think it's steep enough down and out of the road that it might just do. So yeah, but for now I'm going to set up the tent and get a few things ready for my camp tonight. Get a cup of tea in me, definitely. But the good thing is, where I'm camping, there's a little stream, and like most forests, in fact every forest, and also where the little hut is going to be, it is going to be right beside the stream as well, so that's going to be always water, never carrying it, and the sound of water will help you sleep. But again, I don't know what way this video is going to work, if I'm going to be, you know, posting up the progress of it every week, or what way it's going to work. But yeah, watch this space. Okay, finally our tent is up. A lot of changing about and digging with the spade to get flat ground there, because it was difficult up around everywhere else. And again, here is going to be where I'm going to build a log hut, maybe facing out to the river, and build it off the ground a bit, but it's dipped down, and I just a few rocks and stuff, so that'll do a fire pit. I'll do a good fire pit here somewhere. So basically my time has just been spent really putting up the tent, because it was actually really hard work and it's still not level. But I've had to chop a load of bits of branches hanging down and branches here, and it's going to be in the way, and already got a branch stuck in me here, so it just missed my eye. So I was lucky enough. So yeah, there hasn't been much done, but there's still time, there's still daylight to start. I think more it's going to be trying just to find big dead trees that are already down and dead, and maybe do a bit of chopping, drag them down, plan it out. Again, it's going to take some time to do this. I mean, it's going to take quite a while. I'm not going to get here every weekend, so yeah, it's just going to be a project. But if I can do at least a camp here tonight and get a start on it, yeah, that is it. But my helper is coming soon, and I think we'll just have a cup of tea and a bite to eat first and figure things out. I'm actually knackered from putting that tent up. That's the hardest I've ever worked, putting the tent up, and I've put it up in 3 different places. Whew, but it's up now. Okay folks, still absolutely not a thing done. Done a wee bit, but not much. But my helper is here. There's Emma's back, and yeah, she's going to build it all really. She says that I can sit and relax with a cup of tea and she'll get to work. But no, we're going to get a cup of tea in us first and something to eat. And she got me a bottle of Coke with my name on it. So it's rare to see my name on many things. But yeah, cup of tea, something to eat maybe, and then maybe foot about and do a wee bit. But again, probably not a whole pile will be done. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to get going really. Okay, so we've got a decent wee bit done, probably more than I thought. We've got 1, 2, 3 posts up. Emma's chopping away again, and we'll get the 4th post up. We'll have it all nailed in tight, and that's our 4 posts and the base to get ready for the floor. Yeah, we'll wipe our floor out. Then we'll do our walls. We'll do the back, each side, and yeah, we'll leave the front door a bit for the end. But yeah, and she wasn't wrong. She is good with an axe. She's flat out, so yeah, we're getting there. Again, it's going to take us time, but we're doing pretty good. That's the progress so far, folks. 4 posts up, same along the bottom here. Hammer sawing away there. So yeah, we just sort of got to get the posts up round the top now. Do the sides, back side, 2 sides, and a wee bit at the front before the door goes on. The roof. Get the floor in. Yeah. We'll have a kitchen sink in there maybe in a week or 2. Alright folks, that is us for the night. Emma's going to leave me here on my own. After freaking me out about
talking about ghost stories.
Ghosts. But she has work tomorrow. But we done really well, I think, didn't we?
Yep, we did.
We did pretty good there, so I'll probably get better videos tomorrow when it's brighter. But yeah, I'm going to walk her up to the end of the forest, and then I'm going to come back down and
sit with the ghosts.
Sit with the ghosts, have a cup of tea, and chill out before I sleep. But yeah, adios. Brilliant wee day. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay folks, I'll see you again in a bit. Alright folks, that is me back down. Walked Emma up and came back through the scary forest on my own. But yeah, that's me for the night, I think. I'm just going to get into the tent and chill out. Do a bit of resting after our wee build. Pretty good progress, I think, to be honest, what we've done there today. Didn't expect really to get that much done. We didn't have too much time really, and it was quite hard enough dragging some of the big dead trees down. So but just to let you know, anything we are using to cut and chop up are all already dead and fallen down and broken, so we're not chopping any trees down. Any live trees or anything else that's still standing, so we're using everything that is already down on the ground. But yeah, we've done really well today. We worked hard enough, I think, and I think we did get quite a good bit done, so yeah. But yeah, I'm on the way home, and I am going to get into the tent and just relax for a bit and have the trail cam out. Hopefully I'll pick up a few foxes or something. The only thing I had to put out for them was jam donuts, but hopefully they come along and pick them up, them or something else. But yeah, that is it for the night, ladies and gents, so see you back in the morning again. Good night. Morning. Oh, I'm not long up. I think it's gone about 8:30, 8:45. And I have just made a cup of tea. Very relaxing here this morning, just right beside the water. Whew. Still a bit tired. So I slept good, but slept funny. And here's the little build. So it might not look like much to some people, but yeah, we've done the best with what the tools we have. So next time we come back, we're going to have better tools. We definitely need a better little saw for cutting pottery board. So yeah, but we kind of have the 4 posts, the frame. We know what way we're putting the floor in and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good actually when it's done. Again, right beside water, and then right have the tent, maybe in a wee seating area, a fire pit. But it is going to look pretty good. Hopefully we can sort of disguise it a bit. So these posts are actually about, yeah, well, they're right at my head now. So the floor's going to be raised up a little more. The roof will be raised a little. But of course we're not really going to be standing on it, so it's going to be for sitting and lying down. But a good wee project, a good wee place to actually come and camp with a tent. But that's the idea, sometime to come away and just get away without taking the tent and everything setting up and having to carry water and stuff. If you just want a night, you have something already built. Just really hope nobody comes and wrecks it or destroys it, or but that's why I've picked this location. It's very remote, it is very out of the way, and it's way down low and deep into the forest, so fingers crossed it's never untouched, or never touched, sorry. And that's the idea, because there's going to be a lot of effort put into it, and there was a good wee bit of effort last night. We didn't get started until late. The time I put up tent and stuff and got here and all that, and yeah, then Emma went to work, had to come home, come here, do this, and then leave and go back to work this morning. So yeah, even the 4 posts and a bit of wood in, a lot of digging, chopping, cutting, dragging over. It was a good bit of effort. So yeah, we're doing really well, I think. But so far that's it, and the 4 post base is up, so it just gets easier from there. Well, I'm starting to pack up. I'll pack up my stuff and I'll break down the tent, and I'll have my bag sitting up here, everything ready to go, and then I think I'll foot around and do another few wee bits, maybe try and get a few more log bits and drag them down to where they're ready to chip away and cut. It's a bit hard. I need kind of rope to pull the bigger ones down, but I have a few here that can come down. Probably not the best ones, but they will do. They will be used. So yeah, I'll foot around, maybe pull a few more of them down, have it ready, have them sitting down there, and maybe a few more rocks down there for maybe little seats and stuff before we build a bench. But yeah, again, I'll set up with the 4 posts. Once the wall and roof is finally on, hopefully we can cover the back, make it blend in. I think if anybody walks down this far after it's built, it may be seen, but yeah, we'll try and camouflage it as best we can, but it is going to look good. It is going to look really good, and the place will always be kept tidy. Even if we have a fire pit, we'll always clean out the fire pit. Of course, again, we'll leave no trace. All our rubbish will come with us, and again, like I've said before, all the trees that we're using, the branches and stumps and stuff like that, have already fallen down. Some are dead and rotten, so we're having to cut them bits. But yeah, there's loads in here that's fallen down, so we're not cutting, obviously we're not cutting any big ones down that are still alive and kicking. So, but yeah, it's just a little hut project, and I'm confident that it's going to go really well. It is going to be very time consuming probably, because between the two of us we have other things going on, you know, daily life. Still have more county high points to do, so come next weekend I'm going to be doing a few of them, so I might hopefully get them 1 or 2 done next weekend. Maybe even back here for a day, a bit of filtering around. But pretty good progress so far for the first night. Okay, so I haven't really done much there. I moved a few down, but I'm just a bit tired from last night. I'm packing up the tent, but everything we're getting is like this, so they're really hard to move, because what we kind of need to do is get all these broke off first until it's all sort of smooth. We do need better saws, which we do plan to get, the little handheld battery ones, so yeah, they're needed. I mean, hatchet's not going to cut every cut that you need, and our wee hand saws aren't good enough, so yeah, we're going to get them, and that's just going to help us big time. But I also need to get good strong rope that I can tie around and drag it. But yeah, all the little prickly branches and stuff need to come off first, because they just keep sticking to the trees on the ground, and it's really hard to pull them. So I've got a few wee ones down there ready to go. I looked at one of the posts there. One of the posts might actually need change to a stronger one. It's a little cracked at the bottom. It might hold up once the rest of the wood is on, but I mean, if we come back with better saws, with more stuff, what we really need, yeah, I'll be taking my drill with a load of screws, so it's going to be full of screws and nails. We need to get more big nails too, but yeah, I'm thinking this post here, I mean, it's sort of okay and it will be strong when it's built up, but I could probably put a stronger one there where it's not as cracked, and we can still use that. But yeah, very little down actually, only a couple down over here and there. Again, I need a better saw. A rope to drag it is probably the most important thing. They're quite heavy. Oh, so yeah, I might look around for a few more smaller ones that I can drag down. It's going to come in handy, but for the bigger ones, definitely a saw and a rope to again drag it down. There is one really big tree down here. Might be too big. Might be too big even with a hand battery saw, but I'll have another look around, and then I think I'll probably have another cup of tea and just sit here and relax and think about a few more things to do here. Yeah, other than that, I'll be heading home very soon. But a lovely spot. And yeah, mightn't look like much, but we did actually really good job. There was a lot of digging to do, a lot of dragging stuff down, quite a bit of cutting. So Emma cut away at all the shippings here, and you know, they're quite hard to get off. She done plenty of sawing and hatcheting, and yeah, so we actually did pretty well here. So I'm quite proud. Yeah, it was a result. I think we did actually get more than we thought we were going to get done. Yesterday was more of a camp here just for me and for her to come down and sort of just look at it and plan it and do a small bit. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good result. Once we start finally building up a little more on the floor, then it's going to really take off. But again, it's just getting the right tools on the stuff to drag down. Unfortunately, everything's way up over. They'd have to be pulled, dragged away down. And then in here, I have these, but all this here sort of needs to be cut off. Then we can cut them to size. And the idea of this wee area is where the tent was maybe make a bench here and a fire pit. Don't know if we want a fire pit close to where the hut's going to be, but yeah, wee bench here. Be pretty good looking out at the water, and a fire pit in the middle. But yeah, we'll get that built. That's going to be pretty easy. Okay folks, that is me finished, all packed up, and I've tidied up the best I can. I've taken all my rubbish and I've just made it look as clean as possible. So yeah, I'm going to head on now and head back to the car and go home. This is enough for one night, one day, and we're done pretty good. So yeah, at least we found our relocation and found the perfect wee spot to put it. And yeah, it should just get a little easier from here on in, hopefully. We'll get the right stuff to cut the wood, we'll get the right stuff to drag it down, and get more stuff for, you know, putting it together, and it will come together pretty good. So it is going to be amazing. So yeah, I'll be keeping quite a good update. I don't know when I'm next back here again. I have a few more county high points to do this year, get them done, on a few other wee camps and beaches and other places. So yeah, it's not going to be back here every weekend, but I'll try my best to get back as much as I can. But these wee projects take time, and that's kind of what you want. You don't want to build them all up in one day really, so you sort of want to tip away at it when you can and get a few things built up. But yeah, I think we did pretty good for the first night.